Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. Amma ba'ad. Fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today we are going to read lesson number 16 of Madani Qaida in English. Inshallah. The name of lesson number 16 is Tafhim and Tarqiq. So question will be made, what's mean of tafhim and tarqiq? So tafhim. The meaning of tafhim is to pronounce a letter in a thick tone, and the meaning of tarqiq is pronounce a letter in a thin tone. Which letters will be read with thicker voice and sometimes with thinner voice? Always remember there are 7 letters, mustalia letters. But there are 3 letters which sometimes read with thicker voice and sometimes with thinner voice. Okay? And these letters are alif, lam, and ra. These letters are read sometimes with thicker voice and sometimes with thinner voice. So question will be made, when alif will be read with thicker voice and when with thinner voice? And the answer is, if you see there is a thick letter before alif, then alif will be read with thicker voice. When there is a thin letter before alif, then alif will be read with thinner voice. I hope you understood. So practically I will tell you, look at the letter number 1 of this lesson. Here is qala. Qa is a mustalia letter. Okay? And alif come after this mustalia letter. So we will read this alif with thicker voice. And next letter, sirata, ra comes before the alif, and this ra, we will read this ra with thicker voice, and so this alif will be read with thicker voice because alif comes before the letter of mustalia letter or before the letter which we will read with thicker voice. So this alif we will read with thicker voice. Sirajan, here is the same condition. Okay, and next letter is kana. Ka is a letter which we will read with thinner voice. Okay, not with thicker voice. So alif comes after a letter which we will read with thinner voice. So this alif we will read with thinner voice. And next letter, malan, meme. This meme we will read with thinner voice with a thin tone. So this alif we will read with thin tone. Okay, I hope you understood. And now we try to understand when lam will be read with thicker voice and when with thinner voice. Okay, the lam. The lam is lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. The lam comes in the name of Allah Azza wa Jal. The lam is especially lam of Allah, not a simple lam. Okay, not a simple lam. The lam is especially lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. This lam we will read sometime with thicker. And now I will tell you about the lam, when lam will be read with thicker voice and when with thinner voice. Okay, so the lam is lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. The lam comes in the name of Allah Azza wa Jal. The lam is specially lam of Allah, not a simple lam. Okay, the lam is specially the name of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we read sometime with thicker voice and sometime with thinner voice. Okay, I will tell you when lam will be read with thicker voice or thinner voice. The answer is, if you see there is zabar or pesh before the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal, then lam will be read with thicker voice. If you see, okay, you understand that if there is lam and the lam has zabar or pesh before the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal, then we read the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal with thicker voice. When you see zair, when you see zair before the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal, so we read this lam of Allah Azza wa Jal with thinner voice. Okay, so there are 2 rules of lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. Next question is about ra. When ra will be read with thicker voice and when with thinner voice? There are 7 conditions. There are 7 conditions when ra will be read with thicker voice. Number one, when ra has zabar and pesh on it. Next, when ra has double zabar or double pesh on it. Next, when ra has vertical zabar on it. If there is zabar or pesh before the ra sakina. If you see there is zabar or pesh before the ra sakina, then ra will be read with thicker voice. If there is zabar or pesh before the ra sakina, if you see there is zabar or pesh before the ra sakina, then ra will be read with thicker voice. When there is kasra, arzia, or temporary zair before the ra sakina, then ra will be read with thicker voice. Second, next, last, when there is temporary zair before the ra sakina in the previous word, not in the same word, in the previous word, okay, then ra will be read with thicker voice. Last one is when a letter of mustalia comes after the ra sakina in the same word, then ra will be read with thicker voice. These are 7 conditions I will tell you practically. When we read ra with thinner voice, the answer is if ra has zair or two zair below it. Okay, if ra has zair or two zair below it, then ra will be read with thinner voice. If there is original zair before the ra sakina in the same word, okay, then ra will be read with thinner voice. But if there is zair before the ra sakina in the previous word, then ra will be read with thicker voice. If there is zair before the ra sakina in the previous word, then ra will be read twice. So remember this one. When there is ya sakina before the ra sakina, then ra will be read with thinner voice. Last definition of this lesson is arzi harkat. If there is temporary zair in the Holy Quran. Last definition of this lesson is arzi harkat. If there is temporary zair. In the Holy Quran, there are some words which begin with the letter alif, and alif has no any harkat, and every harkat apply in this letter during its pronunciation will be arziya, like temporary. Okay, that harkat is called arzi harkat. I hope you understand all these rules. Now I read this lesson and I hope you understand all these rules. Okay, now start this lesson. قال صراط سراجا كان مالا مفازا طالب تابوا خالدا عابد غاسق طعام zabar before the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we will write with thicker voice. Okay. Allahu Wallahu. Here is also zabar before the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we will write this lam with thicker voice. Wallahu Wallahu Inna Allah Huwa Allahu Min Allahi. Now here is space before the lam of Allah, Azza wa Jal. So we will write this lam with thicker voice. Rasulullahi radiyallahu qalu Allahumma lillahi. Here is zair before the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we will write this lam with thinner voice, not with thicker voice. Lillahi, billahi. Here also zair before the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. So same condition used here. Billahi, bismillahi. Here is also zair before the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we will write this lam with thinner voice. I hope you understand all these conditions, all these rules. I hope you understand all these rules, all these conditions, and tomorrow we will read next part of this lesson. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then share with your family members, friends and your relatives, and subscribe my channel and send me a beautiful comment about my struggle. Remember me in your prayers. If you want to ask any question about this lesson, if you could not understand anything, you can ask me any question by using my WhatsApp. Okay? Allah Hafiz. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.